It's the of every US stuff.
Any questions? Good morning to you all. We are good morning to you all. We are running a bit late. We are still waiting for the Deputy Minister. So give us a few minutes, then we'll be starting. And while you are waiting, maybe I'll ask the organizers to play some past videos so that you can see what we have been doing. Thank you.
Hey, how are you? Sorry. I see you. Yes. Okay.
Let's go in.
Not even sure. Okay, because they just want back.
Okay.
Or do we want to populate this space?
Yeah, maybe it's the front one.
Okay. I can free up this table.
So. Completed streaming.
Yeah. I don't think this spot should be crowded. We should target the bank.
We are still waiting, colleagues. So if she's not here by 20 past, we'll officially start the program, and then it will catch up with us as we progress. And I see the music has gone off. We have become very serious. While we are waiting, maybe I can be very informal. You know, that's the beauty of having this microphone and being the director of the ceremonies. My name is Fungai Brunushava, and I'm going to be your pilot for the day. Just some housekeeping issues. When you walk out of this door, there's a corridor to your left. You go down that corridor until the end. You turn to your right, immediately left. There is the ladies and the gents. Those are the most important rooms that you need to know where they are so that you can enjoy your stay. And for those who love their cigars, if you go out to the reception area, you go into the first room, there's a sliding door. You have a nice walkway all the way to the back in the corner there. You can go and enjoy your cigarettes at the back there. Or alternatively, you can go through the Innovation Center where it's written MTC, all the way to the end. There's a door. It opens out to the balcony also. You can make use of that space. And if you are tired of sitting, please feel comfortable to stand up. You can stretch your legs. We also have a beautiful space just in front there where you can refresh. And what else do you want to know? We are hosted in the HTTPS space. I think some of you have heard about the high-tech Transfer Plaza Select, and you were wondering what this is all about. So today, you will have the opportunity to tour during your breaks into our beautiful facility. The facility is a space where innovators, where practitioners, where industry players and educators and researchers do meet to work out solutions to pertinent problems that we are facing as a nation. And so everyone is welcome to contribute in that space. And whatever you contribute to, you can take it out of the space and sell it as an idea or take it on to solve the problems in the nation. Currently, we have a number of projects running there. We are training young minds, very young minds to program. We are training young minds to do some coding of games. So they design their own games and they are very proud to demonstrate how their games work. And we also have different companies congregating to come up with solutions to green hydrogen, the economic development. So we have some partners sitting in here. You hear about them formally, but yeah, we have some partners who are very keen and enthusiastic about driving the innovations within the space. And of course, we have the young minds, the future or the current drivers of the economy who are also here. Some of them are winding up their solutions that they've been working on for all these weeks. They started in June and they have been making some solutions to pertinent problems. So I'm not going to preempt on what they've been working on so that I keep you suspended, and we look forward to the prototypes tomorrow. They'll be focusing their great work and you're going to enjoy it. And also, as part of this, we have got keynote speakers who are going to tell us about how we should be afraid or we should embrace the disruptive technologies, machine learning, artificial intelligence, robotics. What else do we need to worry about? Should we worry or should we embrace it and live with it? Is it going to bring us trouble or is it going to bring us solutions? Is it going to make our lives easier, nicer, or is it going to make our lives more unbearable? Is it going to affect our climate? There was a cartoon that was circulating, I don't know whether it was a real story, of some villagers who felt that they were not receiving rainfall because of the solar farms that have been put in their villages. And so they took it upon themselves to go and destroy all the solar panels. So is this how we are viewing the disruptive technologies? Or are we threatened that we are not going to be necessary in the future? Our jobs are going to be taken? It says no, we are even more relevant now because no technology can drive itself and neither can it bring the change that's needed in the world without a human. So how do we harness the power of technology and our own passions to ensure that technology works for our own good? Hence, we are gathered here in this Indaba to talk about those issues. We are all Africans, right? We know about Indabas in our villages, where the headman and his donors sit around a fire and they discuss matters pertaining to the village, the development of their citizens, or the chief of the region sits with his donors also, his headmen, and discuss matters for their own villages or their own constituencies. Or is it the president with his cabinet, with his MPs, talking about issues that are affecting us? All those are different types of Indabas. So today we have a technology one, and it's called IndabaX. Maybe let me put someone on the spot. You are one of the organizers, right? What does the X mean in Indaba? I know Indaba because I'm African, but I don't know about the X.
X is the placeholder.
Oh,
Any country that formulates the network. So we have IndabaX South Africa, IndabaX Namibia, IndabaX Ghana. So we feed into the whole Indaba story.
oh, okay, it's a story. And I'm looking at someone at the very back there. And this guy, years back, I think 5 years ago or 6 years ago, he decided that Namibia should be part of this IndabaX thing. I don't know, XX. And then he decided that we should be X. So I want to know from him why the X was important for Namibia. It's not my decision.
It came from, just like Prof. Kamudani said, it came from the organizers in South Africa, just to differentiate between the e-learning Indaba, which is the central conference and the central gathering, and the different country organizations.
You know, one thing about technocrats is they want to be very technical about answers. My question was very simple. How did it come to be for Namibia? Why are we doing it in Namibia? It's not even necessary. we can keep the IndabaX South Africa, then we'll be good. We are in Southern Africa, maybe we also belong to South Africa. We're in Namibia.
I think it was just in the fitness of things to place Namibia in that context, and our vision for AI, our vision for machine learning was just at the right place.
At that time, it was in the right place. We wanted it, but I don't know if it's too important. I saw some people who participated in the AI conference with the SAFI, and maybe they can tell us why it was important, or it is important, to talk about machine learning, data.
I'm being put on the spot here. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so I'm from MTC, and initiatives like this are really quite important because we're at the forefront of really a digital economy. And when you start talking about things like your machine learning, intelligence, your data analytics, these are really critical pillars in terms of driving the digital economy. Now, from MTC side, we see ourselves as the driver of, or at least our vision is to be the driver of an inclusive Namibian digital economy. And to move towards that, one needs to look at what are the critical pillars from a technology perspective, what do we need to invest in? And looking at initiatives that happened last year, you look at the AI conference, you look at the President's Fourth Industrial Revolution conference they had, I think there was really a general consensus that we need to start prioritizing these technologies. We need to start taking a different approach in policy making, the type of products and services we create. So it's quite important to partner with with institutions, NAST, for example, to partner with policymakers, but to also understand that once you look at AI, what are the impacts that you want to bring forth? How is that going to revolutionize the way we create our products and services? And I'm speaking purely from an industry perspective because we want to start creating products that actually have impact in the community. But how best do we do that? By utilizing technologies like AI, by utilizing our data. So now we find ourselves in a place where you no longer have someone waking up in the middle of the night thinking about, oh, this idea is brilliant. But now you actually are utilizing your data and you're applying the right AI models as well to help you actually drive these product decisions. Just off the top of my head, but that's what I can contribute. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. Someone says that I put them on the spot, but hey, they have so much to say. And then right here, I'm looking at a techpreneur, and this techpreneur actually is always talking about inclusivity. She feels that some genders are not well represented. And so I want you to tell us how these disruptive technologies can balance out or increase the digital divide. Are they making a difference?
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Chantal van Beek. I co-founded a club called Sisters in Design and Technology, just basically to empower, equip, and educate female students in the tech space, just also to give them a platform and a voice. And so, yeah, definitely what we've noticed, especially recently, there's been a lot of interest in AI and robotics. So I guess, not guess, but I know that talks like this definitely give girls more an idea of what AI is, what careers there are, and yeah.
Okay. I thought your sensitivity was also responding to the president's passion for inclusivity. Arabic Prosperity Plan 1, Plan 2 is all talking about inclusivity. And beyond just the digital space, we also need to ensure that everyone is part of it. And the First Lady is also passionate about that. I have this one partner who believes that they can be the difference that the world wants to see by supporting initiatives across the world in addressing challenges. So I have a madam from UNESCO. Maybe she can tell us how the UN sees these disruptive technologies as a contributor to a better livelihood for all.
Thank you very much. I see that our master of ceremony is very busy stimulating the conversation here. From UNESCO, we always support, UNESCO, we pride ourselves supporting the generation of ideas. We have a lot of sites where we have intellectual exchange, we promote sustainable development through thinking. And this event on coding, AI, machine learning is also very important for us. STEM aside, this is the future. And I think that there's a lot of opportunities for young people to learn from each other and also from other youth from other countries. And one of the things that we do a lot at UNESCO is we support exchange of ideas between scientists in different countries. And that's why we support events where people from different places can mingle, and also nationally, people from different backgrounds and places. And I think this group of young people are privileged. In my days, there weren't events like we had MS-DOS. So I don't know if you guys know that black screen where you type commands, and even just to save your things, you had to type commands. Can you visualize that future? No? Okay, but at UNESCO, we're really happy to support the youth. Youth in Africa are a priority for the UN, and whatever opportunities we are to improve education and learning experience of young people here.
No wonder why they are sitting here and contributing towards this development. And I would love to think that there is someone who is an advocate for human rights sitting in this room. Do we have one? No advocates for human rights. It's very funny. We are talking about Indabas and we have no one representing the voice of the underserved, the underprivileged. All right. Now that I see the dignitaries have arrived, I think we should formalize our event. So I'll spare you the trouble. I know some of you were becoming very jittery. Am I going to be the next person that she's going to call upon or not? But since you're in an Indaba, it means you're all donors and you're all Osazanas, yeah? So when the time comes, we are going to reach out to you to contribute to the meeting. You cannot just be in an Indaba and sit and listen to others. You have what it takes to be part of this meeting. Therefore, we are going to tap into your knowledge. All right. That being said, allow me to then officially start the program. We are all gathered here today to be part of the IndabaX, which is going to run for 2 days. As Jose and Atli have alluded, this was birthed from the Indaba Global, where for inclusivity, they decided that they will have an X as a placeholder for the different nations or players who are going to be joining on the play field. And we are still in the HTTPS, the innovation space, where great minds congregate to create solutions for the pertinent problems that we have in our nation. Having said that, let me not keep you waiting. I'll then invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Partnerships at NAST to give the opening remarks on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Aaron Naumap, who has been sent on a mission out of the country. Dr. Stanley, you're welcome.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Hope you are doing well. And the cold is not that severe anymore, so we should be fine, right? The Director of Ceremonies, thank you for entertaining the crowd. Job well done. Professor Guy Bunashava, the Acting Executive Dean, Faculty of Computing and Informatics. And also to, on the set to say that I'm reading this on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Errol Mama. I hope I can do to my best abilities. And also to acknowledge in absentia the Honorable Deputy Minister Emma Katema Gaumas, the Minister of Sport, Youth and National Services. And also to acknowledge our EXCO members who are present here this morning. I see Dr. Ellen Kabita is here, representing Dr. Anthony Kondo. So he's standing in as the acting Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching, Learning and Technology. I'm not seeing any other EXCO members. And then also to acknowledge Professor Gay Ali Sodi, CL. Morning, sir. He's the associate for the School of Computing. And also to acknowledge in our midst, Mr. Simon Muchinika. Simon Muchinika. In absentia, we would like to acknowledge him as the head of department for software engineering, and also to the organizers of the IndabaX Namibia 2023. And perhaps a lot of people are asking, what is this Indaba, and especially the X? Those are for sure you are programmers, so you know X is a variable. And then also to really wholeheartedly acknowledge our invited speakers for here. This morning we have one of the giant telecommunication companies in Namibia, Dr. Stanley Shamipanda. Welcome, sir. And also one of the giant telecommunication companies, we have Mr. Nawan Ricardo. Morning, sir. How are you? Good, good. He's the head of digital transformation innovation. Ms. Kombada Mupyanya, are you here? She's the National Program Officer, Natural Sciences at UNESCO. Welcome. Obviously, the hackers themselves, a team of dedicated problem solvers, applying deep learning algorithms to solve daily problems. And also our distinguished delegates, dear colleagues, and also everyone, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again.
Good morning.
Welcome to IndabaX Namibia 2023, a remarkable gathering that brings together brilliant minds in the field of artificial intelligence and machine. I know for sure these terms to you are not new, but for those that might be new, please engage with the experts that are here. They will be able to simplify these terms, why we call them artificial not human, and why it is intelligence. I will pause there. I know we have the experts, and also why we call it machine learning, something that is learning, but it's a machine. So we'll know from the expert to expand those terms. Now, continue on the tradition of the Deep Learning Indaba initiative since 2008. We are deeply honored to host IndabaX Namibia. It is a national event that promotes deep learning and more broadly, artificial intelligence. This year, the main conference will be in Accra in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, IndabaX Namibia 2023 represents a significant milestone in our journey to advance knowledge in machine learning and deep learning among industry practitioners, students, and researchers in Namibia. Today, we are gathered here with a collective purpose to explore prevalent real-life use cases of artificial intelligence, machine learning in Namibia, and forge new paths of innovation and digitalization. As a premier university of science and technology, we aspire to work hard hand in hand with the Namibian-based companies and organizations, understanding their unique needs in terms of digitalization and innovation, exploring how machine learning, artificial intelligence can enhance their daily operations. By harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, we have an incredible opportunity to really revolutionize various sectors and contribute to the growth and development of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who may not be familiar with the word Indaba, as the Director of Ceremonies alluded to before, is a Zulu term for gathering or a meeting. Wondering what is it called in our own language. These types of meetings are held throughout Southern Africa and serve several functions. One is to listen and share news of and with community members, to discuss common interests and issues facing the community, to provide advice and coaching. In our own language, Oshiwambo, we have a similar concept called Oshikonki. I hope I've done well. Oshikonki. Is that correct? A core value of Indaba is Masagani, meaning we build together. In the true spirit of building together, we are delighted to partner with our sponsors, that is MTC, UNESCO, and Deep Learning Indaba, to make this a reality. This partnership highlights the power of collaboration between industry and academia, setting an example for others to follow. We firmly believe that advancing knowledge generation can only be achieved through smart and tangible collaboration between academia and industry. At first glance, the program appears engaging and promises to empower delegates of comprehensive knowledge of artificial intelligence or machine learning. Our esteemed speakers will share their expertise and insights, defending technical talks, leading sessions on cutting-edge trends in artificial intelligence. From AI ethics and governance to generative AI, we will explore the vast landscape of possibilities and discuss the profound impact of AI and machine learning can have on our society. Ladies and gentlemen, IndabaX Namibia 2023 is not just about theoretical knowledge. Welcome. It is about practical application and making tangible difference. The poster session and hackathon competition will serve as a collaborative platform where participants can work together. Leveraging AI, machine learning techniques and applying them to a diverse data set. We have identified crucial challenges in vital domains such as healthcare, agriculture, mining, logistics, tourism, and your collective expertise will help to provide innovative solutions to these local and global issues. Healthy development of AI in Africa is a central topic of discussion. I believe proper use of local human resources is the best approach to harness the full potential of AI. Startups across the globe or around the world are identical on one aspect. They are always driven forward by enthusiasms of people who founded them. This energetic ecosystem of AI startups is just lively in Africa as in other richer countries and represents a powerful force that can make a difference. For the next 2 days, I encourage you to embrace the spirit of collaboration, curiosity, and creativity. Engage in the meaningful conversations, exchange ideas, foster connections that will extend beyond the confines of this event. Together, we have the power to make significant impact on our society and drive positive change and shape the development of machine learning. Once again, welcome to IndabaX Namibia 2023. Let us all seize the opportunity to unlock the full potential of artificial intelligence, shape the future of beautiful country Namibia, the land of the brave, and contribute to the growth and prosperity of our great nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, DVC, for those opening remarks and for setting the tone for our collaboration. You spoke about inclusivity or coming together, and that resonates with who we are when I look across this room, I see the diversity that so makes up Africa. And in Africa, we say from the Nguni tribe, Ubuntu, Gawantu, and Gawantu. You are a person because of the community. Yes, so we are shaped by our community values, and there are community values that resonate with Ubuntu. One of them, which is core, is ethics. We also have loyalty. We have to look up to everyone. We need to be having human dignity. And we also need to be compassionate. We need to work as soldiers together. So we need solidarity, and we also need to have a common understanding. And for that to happen, we need to be driving a common agenda. And in this space, I see minds who are gathered to just do that. In the past weeks, we have heard a lot about artificial intelligence, whether it's ethical or not, what it's doing to people. And some people even think that machine learning is equal to artificial intelligence. But I believe by the time we leave this room today, we've unpacked what machine learning is and what is artificial intelligence and how they relate to each other. I once heard that one of them is referred to as narrow intelligence. What would that mean? Do we have narrow and wide or broader intelligence? I just don't know, but I'm looking forward to hearing that. But at the center of it all, as I said, we need to be working together in solidarity. So we need someone to ensure that solidarity. And who better than UNESCO can do that with their own view? With that, I would like to invite Ms. Komata Ojeni to the podium. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning again. And I think one of the days I'll just have a hackathon on how to pronounce my surname. At many events, I hear different versions of it. And it's also nice to see with colleagues to see who can spell my surname without checking the email and things. So that's maybe a future hackathon. So it's Mopieni. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to thank and acknowledge the dignitaries present. So I would like to acknowledge the Master of Ceremonies, Prof. Fungai Bunusava. Thank you for stimulating us this early in the morning, Acting Executive Dean. And I would like to acknowledge the Deputy VC of Research, Dr. Colin Stanley. Thank you for those inspiring words in the beginning. I think you've set the bar high for me now. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Nawa Likando, Head of Digital Transformation and Innovation at MTC, Dr. Stanley Shanapinda, Chief Executive Officer at Telecom Namibia, Dr. Ellen Kavita, Executive Director, Directorate of Academic Development Services. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of distinguished presenters, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, and I apologize if I left out anyone. Good morning again, and I would like to just find out who is in the room. Could you please raise your hands if you are a NAST student? I just want to see how many. Okay, that's all. And can I see hands if there's anyone from UNAM students? Ooh, okay. Okay. Any entrepreneurs? Okay. Yes, 3. Okay. Interesting. All right. I hope in the next IndabaX that there'll be more people from UNAM. Who I live in hope. And also more entrepreneurs. Is there anyone for representing communities or NGOs or anything like that? Human rights? No? Business people, apart from entrepreneurs? Okay, 1. Okay. Yes. And which industry do you represent?
So I'm a student, but also being a founder of a community. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So for me, it's exciting to be here. And I'm really honored to have been chosen to give remarks. I guess that's what you get when you support an event. But after looking at the audience, I thought that instead of sticking to the script, I would like to emphasize that I'm really excited to find out and learn today about, and also tomorrow, about the real life use, especially of machine learning and artificial intelligence in Namibia. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what local hacks and solutions come out of this event. And I understand there will be local language will be applied. And with all these young minds, I assume the youth here are under 35, yes? Under 30? Who hands up under 30? In your ID under 30. Not in your mind, in your ID. Okay, we're really tapping into new resources. And hands up, how many of you have used artificial intelligence once per week or more? Machine learning? Okay, I'm also here to learn the difference. I know it has many applications. And how many of you use all these ChatGPT and things on a regular basis? We will not report you to your... It helps when it comes to letters and emails and etc. Okay, and assignments. Okay. So I am also looking forward to learning about the status of AI in Namibia. And I think we will get a good perspective from the youth in these 2 days and from your dynamic minds. At UNESCO, we support standard setting instruments. We mainly support the government in implementing their science policy and creating an enabling environment. And one of the instruments, if I can call it, is the recommendation on the ethics of AI. And last year we had a big event, Sarfai, maybe some of you guys participated in that, a regional conference on artificial intelligence. And we also had a hackathon there. And that's the first time we started working on this initiative. And it was really interesting to see what the people came up with. And at UNESCO, we want to support the Namibia is one of the member states. And we support them in the implementation of these recommendations and also reaching the development goals. And Harambe was mentioned, SDGs, maybe you have heard, Vision 2030. And as most of you, or maybe some of you, will know that science is a priority, fourth industrial revolution is a priority nationally. And we have all these green hydrogen and things which need all these supportive technologies. And you guys in this room, you are the future workforce. And events like this are an opportunity for you to network, upscale your skills. There's some big people in the room. There's a CEO, there's another big guy from MTC. This is an opportunity, a tea break, network, connect. Some of them are your potential employers. Some of them might be potential initiative partners. And other big people, find them out, don't just hang out with your friends. So this is an opportunity to upscale your skills informally. All these great initiatives, machine learning, coding, AI, you name it, fourth industrial revolution, need new set of skills. And I think this event is a good platform for such things. And I really look forward to the long life of this IndabaX Namibia continuation. And I understand there are some exciting prizes, including a trip to Ghana. So I am looking forward to seeing who grabs that prize. And I really am looking forward to spontaneous engagement. And please don't feel shy we can sometimes agree to disagree. And I would like to then congratulate the NAS organizing team for organizing this IndabaX Namibia. And I'm also very grateful to our partners, including MTC and Deep Learning IndabaX for making this event possible. We always need heavyweights, especially financially. It's the reality. Technology is not cheap. And I think it's good to see some people walk the talk. And I would like to thank NAST for hosting us. And I look forward to participating in this event, and I wish us all a successful IndabaX. Thank you.
Wow, it sounds like UNESCO is all about the youth and the future generations, not about the elderly.
Like I was listening about the age, I raised my hand and then I heard the disclaimer that it should not be in the heart. And I was like, is he talking about me or is he talking about someone else?
But for your own information, I'm only 25. I might not look 25, but that's how young I am. So thank you so much for talking to us and about us and unveiling the opportunities that are lying ahead of us. Usually it's very tempting to come in a room and to just stick around with your peers, the ones that you always know, and not learn anything new. So look out for your potential employers. Some of them are even sitting next to you right where you are. Reach out to them and learn something new from them. Having said that, I'm aware that everyone is having a smartphone in this room, right? Can we raise our smartphones? Even the Tamagotchis like mine are also smart. Why do we all need the smartphones? Let me hear from one young mind. We just need them, right? Yes, ma'am.
Connect with the world at large.
Yes, to connect to the world at large. And for us to connect to the world at large, we need to have some smartphones. And how do they connect to each other? How does mine talk to yours? Via the internet. And what is the internet? Just an enabling platform, right? For communication. And what is it that drives the communication? MTC, telecom, so it's data, right? And we are saying that data is the new fuel for innovation and for our livelihoods. And some of us even call it our rights, human rights. If I don't have data, then I've been violated. And I've heard many companies and many individuals talking about digital transformation. And I've always wondered, what is this digital transformation? What are you transforming? From an early age, as far as grade 000, we are taught about 0, 1, 2, 0 and 1 are digital, right? And now when you're talking about transforming the zeros and the ones, what are you talking about? I'm so baffled by that transformation. But fortunately, today, someone is going to unpack that for us, and they are going to talk about what it means to have data transforming our lives in this AI or machine learning space where we are living in. To do that, we have in the room Mr. Nawali Kando, and he's going to take us through how this digital transformation can really transform our lives at a personal level. Mr. Nawa, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I stand on the protocol that has already been established. Thank you so much for the opportunity to just give a little bit of remarks, especially from the side of MTC. I think we might have left out one or two people. I'd like to actually acknowledge Ms. Hangome from Mental Health. Welcome. Mr. Maruwasa, hope you're doing well. So I'd like to just speak towards, AI. We all get excited about AI. I'm sure most of you here are technology people. Some of you maybe not, but I recall a moment earlier this year when I was presenting the transformation strategy towards some of the MTC employees. And AI was one of my favorite topics. But funny enough, after that, the crowd was a bit silent. And I asked, okay, so what's going on? They're like, oh, but what does it mean for our jobs? So it's very critical and important to also look at from a diversity perspective, an equity perspective, and also an inclusivity perspective, how AI can drive that and how AI can actually help us empower more people, how we can actually help people to actually be more effective in their jobs and not necessarily as a means of replacing jobs, for example. But that's the serious stuff. Let me put that aside. As we gather here today, from MTC side, we're really excited about the transformational potential that artificial intelligence actually brings to our industry. And that's in the telecoms industry and in the digital services industry. So we play a vital role in connecting people, in empowering businesses, and also driving economic growth. And with the rapid advancements that we currently have in AI technology, we actually find ourselves at a place where we're at the forefront of a digital revolution that promises to reshape our industry in many unprecedented ways. So there's an opportunity for all. There's an opportunity for us as MT, an opportunity for players in the telecoms industry. There's an opportunity for players in the health industry in how we can actually start driving more efficiency in our various industries. So AI does present us with a unique opportunity to unlock new levels of efficiency, innovation, and customer centricity. I was talking to some of our data science interns earlier last week, where I asked, wouldn't it be nice if you encounter a problem and immediately you either have a customer service agent call you or you get a notification to say that, oops, this happened, we're rectifying it, as opposed to you calling the call center and complaining about something. Now, those are the benefits that we're looking to get from AI technologies. So we're looking at things like intelligent network optimization. How can we drive seamless connectivity? People talk about data costs being high. People talk about data being a challenge. How can we utilize AI to bring those efficiencies, bring about better customer centricity? So to speak towards that, we've looked at various technologies. How do we start driving our investments towards fourth industrial revolution related technologies, particularly AI, for example, to drive customer efficiency? So looking at things like predictive maintenance, how do we ensure that our networks will operate at peak performance, reducing your downtime and also enhancing reliability? Towards AI-driven data analytics, we all say that data is the new oil. But what's the underlying infrastructure for us to be able to utilize our data even better? So we're talking about how do we get better insights into customer behavior, market trends, and operational efficiency. So once we have this knowledge, which we're also aiming to get through activities such as the IndabaX, we'll be able to create tailor-made service offerings. We'll be able to optimize our business strategies. We'll be able to make informed, data-driven decisions. And while we embrace the immense possibilities that AI presents, I think we must also acknowledge that there are challenges that actually lie ahead. And for example, job opportunities. How does AI help us in actually creating much more meaningful jobs and job security across the country? I think we're always used to leveraging of the activities that happen in foreign states. You can look at what Europe doing, but in this case, you look at those societies, they are so far ahead in terms of their technology implementation, in terms of their service provisioning to the citizens and all of that. So it's quite critical to also look at AI from a perspective of how are we going to enable our people who are at the end of the day, people who are hungry, people who need a meal to eat. How does AI translate into us reaching out to those underserved communities as an example? So it's our collective responsibility to address these challenges collaboratively, English. And I love the fact that we have a cluster of people from development agencies, entrepreneurs, a few business people here and there. Hopefully, for those of you who are students who are actually embarking upon a journey to create certain technologies through this challenge, hopefully you'll become the next business people and entrepreneurs out there. So looking at involving our governments, our industry leaders, and also stakeholders across the spectrum, we hope that we can shape a future where Namibia as a collective will thrive through the power of AI. So let us seize this opportunity to innovate, to disrupt, and to empower our
quality. And when incorporating LLM-powered software and tooling that is built on top of these LLMs, it increases the speed to between 47% to 56% of all tasks at the same level of quality. So, in the famous words of Queen Bee, question, what do you think about this? What is the one thing that we complain about public service in this country? It's very slow. It takes too long. It's ineffective. You have to queue for hours, right? Even then, the quality of service is low, right? So LLMs are making themselves smarter, and they produce improved results of up to 7.7%, as you've just heard. And worker tasks can be completed significantly faster and at the same level of quality by using LLM-powered software. It could even be improved quality. Now, from these results, it is clear that the economic impacts are significant if the workforce is more productive using these technologies. So LLMs such as GPTs exhibit traits of general purpose technologies, indicating that they could have considerable economic, social, and policy implications and complementary innovations enabled particularly via software and digital tools. As such, LLMs can have widespread application to economic activity. You can use it across various sectors, not just in telecoms. This means LLMs meet 3 criteria for them to be general purpose applications. 1, improvement of capabilities over time with the ability to complete or be helpful for an increasingly complex set of tasks or use cases. 2, they're pervasive throughout the economy, various sectors. And number 3, the ability to spawn complementary innovations. The message is this: LLMs or AI-based systems will make us as workers more productive if deployed and if there's a huge rate of adoption in the use of it. This will have significant economic gains and achieve business efficiencies and profitability. This is good for the economy, right? So as a CEO for our business, this is a game changer, and that is good for business. For example, GPT-based chatbots that understand all our products and services and that can explain it to customers and propose alternative options and tell the customer exactly what is wrong with their service will be a dream come true. And that without the attitude. So, I'll quote Queen Bee again. Question. What do we do with the customer care agents in our teleshops, for example, that we have to train and train over and over again on the latest product? Whenever you release a new product, you've got to train them again. If I have an LLM that can train itself. On the contrary, we just need to train the GPT model once, and then it trains itself. Why would we want to keep current stuff and retrain them? Or why do we need to hire new stuff to train at higher labor costs instead of rolling out a chatbot that speaks the local language, for example? I heard someone made a comment that they're looking at models that are going to use local Namibian language. Great, let's chat after this. Or do we engage local entrepreneurs to design a new chatbot that is trained and speaks local languages and understands Namibian culture, and thereby support local innovation and investment in local businesses? And we see that investment in local businesses go up. Or even if the employee is declared redundant, the employment rate will still go up because that entrepreneur can employ other people. Or do we import a foreign GPT-based chatbot that kills both local entrepreneurship and increase unemployment, but the economic output grows? Given how smart and intelligent these foreign and imported LLMs are, the question arises, when deployed en masse, what potential impact will these models have on the local labor market that already has a very low youth absorption rate that is estimated at 54%, which means the youth unemployment rate is 46%. The national unemployment rate is 33.4% of a population of 2.82 million people. That's just an official rate from 2018, because if the census now is done, it is likely that this figure may be higher. These are the public policy considerations for Namibia in rolling out AI. The specific question remains, back again to Queen B. What are the local labor and local entrepreneurship implications of the mass deployment of these innovative technologies for both locally designed systems and imported systems in the private and public sectors of Namibia? We must note that most of these AI-backed technologies are developed and sold by major multinational corporations. Very little or nothing is co-created locally. For that, we need large data sets with a focus on solving local problems and developed by local AI innovators that are trained locally. And there must be a local market that is willing to buy these AI solutions. As Telecom Namibia, we must be willing to buy those. Companies are looking, thank you, to cut costs and have pressure to reduce wage bills and increase capex for AI-enabled platforms and solutions that will be rolled out across organizations and with programs earmarked at faster adoption by employees so that economic benefits can be realized and those employees who are redundant are retrenched. Again, question 2 come to mind. 1, given that LLMs can self-improve or make themselves stronger, edging ever closer to synchronizing data and manifesting itself as intelligence, how does this impact productivity? In Namibia, where SOEs and public service at large is seen as very inefficient and unproductive, this question is relevant as LLMs present the public sector with technological opportunities to improve productivity and efficiencies. However, the introduction of automation technologies, including LLMs, has previously been linked to heightened economic disparity and labor disruption, which may give rise to adverse downstream effects. Researchers examining worker exposure in the United States underscores the need for societal and policy preparedness to the potential economic disruption posed by LLMs and the complementary technologies that they spawn. The American researchers conclude that the growth in economic outputs divert from labor market opportunities, at least in the USA. They state, and I quote, "The divergence between economic growth and labor market opportunity exacts high cost. Political and regional divisions, distrust of institutions, and a fear of innovation itself. Too many Americans fear that technological progress will make the country wealthier while threatening their livelihoods," end quote. This fear is also real for Namibian employees. And that's what you experience now, I think, when you spoke to your team. Foreign and imported AI-based solutions will risk local jobs. This is quite the social dilemma, isn't it? So what are the policy considerations to address this fear and possible negative effects? And how do we harness the potential benefits? In other words, how do we create a win-win solution? The American researchers also offer public policy solutions to this dilemma. They state, and I quote, "The remarkable history of American innovation was powered not by fear or fatalism, but by a profound sense of possibility. Those possibilities remain. We see no trade-off between improving economic security for workers and embracing ongoing technological change and innovation. Achieving both goals will require technological and institutional innovation. We must first invest in workers and their skills, bringing to bear the full weight of modern teaching methods and training technology, as well as new institutions to help them drive the jobs of the future. Simultaneously, We must improve the systems that employ them, the laws that protect and support them, and the jobs that we are training them to do. And we need to continue innovating, both in the institutional structures of our labor markets and in the technologies and new industries that create new jobs. We possess the skills, the resources, and innovative capacity to create many possible futures. Just as the majority of today's jobs had yet to be invented a century ago, much of the work of the 21st century has yet to be invented today. The challenge and the opportunity of the present is to build the work of the future. So I would like to recommend specific policy options related to digitalization, digital transformation, education, worker training to smoothen the transition to an economy with increasingly widespread LLM adoption. In this way, we can get the best of both worlds, I believe. I propose the implementation of the following 13-step balanced framework, where there needs to be no trade-off between retrenchments and AI deployment. The framework consists of AI initiatives and measures of success, or key performance indicators, for adoption by all Namibian SOEs and the private sector alike. These measures will help strike a balance between creating jobs of the future, ensuring job security, and upskilling existing employees and reducing retrenchments and redundancies. And business can still achieve operational efficiencies, profitability, and greater economic output, a win-win solution, I think. First, let's develop and implement an AI digitalization and AI digital transformation roadmap and plan that is aligned to business strategy, or AI IT capabilities, business processes, and human resources. Then we measure the percentage of development and implementation. Second, let's improve digital maturity level ratings and then measure that improvement. 3, let's develop and implement a business intelligence or data warehouse architecture plan to ensure availability, scalability, and reliability. And then we measure the percentage of development, implementation, the adoption rate, the targeted daily active users, the number of active daily users, the OPEX savings, the operational efficiencies, enhanced customer experience and employee user experience, and more importantly, the ease of doing work. 4, let's improve the mean proportion of required data that employees and stakeholders feel they are able to use immediately in a useful format. That's called data democratization. And then we measure the index. 5, improve the proportion of business processes within the organization that are automated by AI. And then let's measure the improvements, the percentage of automation, and the number of business processes that have been automated. Six, let's identify and fill the AI skills gaps. And then we measure the percentage and the number of AI skill gaps that have been identified versus the percentage and the number of AI skills gaps that have been filled. 7, let's develop and implement individual AI employee development plans, or in order to upskill AI talent. And then we measure the percentage of the staff complement with formalized development plans. 8, let's develop and implement a succession plan for critical AI skills. And then we measure the percentage of the plan developed, implemented, the number of critical positions identified versus the number of successes, the number of successes versus the number of plans developed and implemented. 9, increase the availability of staff with skills needed to deliver AI initiatives, including products and services. And then we measure the improvement. 10, improve the ease with which employees feel they can execute their task based on AI deployments. So show the employees the benefits of using AI, how it will make their jobs easier for them. 11, increase the proportion of total working time spent on developing, delivering, and supporting AI initiatives, and then we measure the improvement. 12, increase the percentage of the training budget that's allocated and spent on AI digital, and then we measure that improvement. And number last, increase the percentage of employees using AI-enabled digital systems, and then we measure the use of these systems by the employees. To conclude, question: how should AI policy in Namibia look like to strike this balance between AI deployment and national goals? As youth in employment, how do we, in other words, create a win-win, a balanced approach? In May this year, the Ministry of Finance and Public Enterprises held a workshop for the finalization and the adoption of the Integrated Performance Management System for SOEs. The framework is aimed at SOEs aligning their performance management systems to KPIs that are meant to be standard across the public sector and that are aimed at national development goals. The AI KPIs discussed above, the 13 steps, can be adopted as standardized KPIs for all SOEs, and with a view of passing an enabling legislation for adoption by the private sector. These KPIs will encourage and incentivize the rapid development and adoption of local AI deployment and tap into benefits such as operational efficiencies, customer centricity, improved customer experience, staff cost reduction, and innovation. At the same time, it will incentivize upskilling of staff and innovation. It will also reduce retrenchments and the employment and encourage the employment of tech-savvy youth into the roles, and will create demand for training more youth and absorption into the labor market, thereby helping to reduce the youth unemployment rate and increasing AI entrepreneurship. As a sought-after skill, healthy competition given the opportunities it will create. As a sought-after skill, youth will be encouraged to pursue these roles, and this will create healthy competition given the opportunities it will create. Lastly, as long as we do not have frameworks of this nature to incentivize the adoption of AI technologies, the uptake will remain slow and we will be left behind as a country, ranking way below countries like China that has national goals of leading the AI revolution. So let's lead and not follow. I thank you.
The beauty of having a balanced presentation. So I cannot come here and mourn that I was the target, or he spoke about me in particular, because he made sure that everyone is included. I could hear the ministries being challenged on their responsibilities. I could hear the industry being challenged. The youth, the solutions should be mixed in Namibia, should make a mark on the globe. You should make your solutions the preferred solutions so that we do not have money flying out and your solutions can be usable. So you are being challenged to develop those solutions with the understanding of the context, and industry is ready, if I heard very well, to absorb your solutions, as well as to create those needed jobs for you so that you have a place. The youth and employment was flagged as a concern at the beginning, but as we went on, I saw that there were solutions to that. He just didn't provide with the statistics to show how much it's going to improve, but I was impressed that it's going to improve. And I also saw my colleague being challenged. He spoke about the large language model speaking to arithmetics and mathematics. At one point, I felt like I was in a maths class. Dr. Shungula, I think you had a conversation before coming here, and I also believe that these models originated from mathematics. So he was just speaking about you. So what are we going to do about these models and create the opportunities for our youths to develop solutions for Namibia? We're challenged to innovate and to automate. When I heard about the automation and the challenges currently first, I thought about my students. I thought about the parents right now. They are sleeping out, looking for places for grade 1 for next year. It has been weeks since, I think, May, June. Parents are all over the place looking for places. If we had these systems in place, they could, in the comfort of their houses, with either their Tamagotchis or their smartphones, just go on the system and look for a place where they're supposed to get a placement and even get the feedback automatically. So what are we going to be doing about this? Automated services, personalized services, data which is affordable and readily available. The fiber, Dr. Shanapinda, is the solution to my problems, or it's actually in addition to my problems. Is it affordable? My pocket is so dry. The economy is biting. So I don't know. It said that NSI, our National Standards Institute, as well as CRAN are not here, because some of these policy issues would have spoken to what they are mandated to do. Maybe they were going to provide us with some solutions that we so much need. But I am glad that there are some initiatives going on. We're compared to the likes of China. And I'm just thinking, is this a coincidence that we are having multiple BRICS meetings happening right now? And we might consider being part of this BRICS plus grouping. And yet we are already seemingly at the very bottom of the ladder. What are we going to do to be at par with our BRICS partners if we ever consider being part of the BRICS plus? So the challenges are many. But then when I looked at the list of policy matters, as an academic, I was super excited. PhD students are coming on board. Master's students are coming on board. We have so much to solve, and industry is pledging to absorb those ones. So IPs, DRIP, where are you? HTTPS, we are going to have lots of IPs to sign out. And thus we are going to change our world. Having said that, I would like to tender an apology on behalf of the ministry. There is a meeting that is running, and unfortunately they won't be able to make it to deliver their speech. As such, we will not hear from our Honorable Emma Kantema Kwamas, the Deputy Minister of Sport, Youth and National Services. That being said, I would like to invite our Executive Director for Academic Support Services and the ex-UTBC for Teaching, Learning and Technology to deliver a vote of thanks to the audience. Thanks.
Morning. Thank you, Director of Ceremony, Mushaba. Now I understand why the question on the human rights activist was posed in the beginning. I see two potential risks. The new landscape, Dr. Stanley. One is the immense competition that this will pose because of limited job opportunity that might exist. We are talking to young people. They are studying very hard to find jobs after this, to find fit in society. The competition that those that are non-fit to occupy a space in the new landscape will lead to a competition in other spaces, such as a job in security guard, a job in general cleaning. People will apply with degrees in artificial intelligence, degrees in AIs, and then there will be a space, a competition there. This is what a risk that we might foresee. PhD in hacking. And then because industry have adopted foreign AI that is applicable to their needs, and yours might not be applicable. The other one is a message that we have to take, is an issue of ethics. The message that we have to take home. Thinking of a grandmother sitting there in a rural area, asking a grandchild, what did you learn today? And the answer will be, I did learn Beetle because I did machine learning, the machine learned. Then if the grandfather or grandmother get angry and say, I send you to school to become intelligent, to learn to become intelligent. Why are you not intelligent? No, I have artificial intelligence. I don't need to be intelligent. It's artificial intelligence. This is just a conversation. Permit me to stand by the protocols that are already in establishment. It is my distinct honor to deliver the vote of thanks at the IndabaX Namibia 2023 opening ceremony. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your invaluable contribution to this remarkable event. This gathering catalyzed the exploration of the relevant real-life use cases of machine learning in Namibia, paving the way for a brighter future. Dr. Stanley Shana Pinda, CEO of Telecom Namibia, we extend our most profound appreciation for your enlightened keynotes. Talk on the future of AI landscape in Namibia, specifically focusing on policy perspective. Your expertise and insight have undoubtedly inspired us to envision a brighter future where AI was positively transform our society. Thank you. Thanks to UNESCO, Ms. Kombanda, Windhoek office, for your unwavering support for collaboration throughout the entire journey of organizing IndabaX Namibia 2023. Your commitment to promoting knowledge exchange and fostering innovation is commendable. We are grateful to our platinum partner, MTC Namibia, for their generous sponsorship, without which the event would not have been possible. Your support exemplifies your dedication to empowering the Namibian community through technology, and we're truly grateful for your partnership. We also want to express our sincere gratitude to the Vice Chancellor, Office of the Vice Chancellor, whose support and guidance played a pivotal role in making this event a surrounding success. Your vision and commitment to advancing machine learning in Namibia have been genuinely inspiring. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all distinguished speakers, panelists, hackers, which is only a word that can be used here. Somewhere else it will land you into jail. You hack somebody's data. And delegates who will share their expertise, experiences, perspective during the event. Your contribution have enriched our discussions and brought depth in exploring machine learning potential, learning's potential in Namibia. To HTTP and TRIPS community, the host, thank you for hosting us for the coming 2 days for this event. NAS Department of Marketing and Graphic Designs, we value your tireless dedication to ensure that success of in all our events. Digital Transformation Business Services Department, thank you for ensuring that the need of cyber infrastructures is up and running. Finance and International Relations and Facilities, and all the other departments contributing to the background. We value your support. Let me thank the media houses and practitioners for according us the opportunity for the coverage for this event. Finally, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizing team, the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, and all those who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure smooth execution of IndabaX Namibia 2023. Your dedication and hard work are greatly appreciated. Once again, thank to everyone who participated in this event 2023. Your presence and contribution have made this event a remarkable milestone in the advancement of machine learning in Namibia. We look forward to future collaborations in Indaba that will continue to push the boundary of technology and shape a brighter future for all. I thank you all and best wishes for the day and the event. Thanks.
Let me thank the one who gave the vote of thanks. Thank you, Dr. Ellen Kapitan, for the vote of thanks. In Africa, we say that our relationships are incomplete if there is no food, you know. And I believe this is a momentous time for us to take a tea break, enjoy the snacks, but maybe before we do that, we should just congregate in front to have a group photo to mark the commencement of our IndabaX 2023. Thank you.
Yeah.
I see. I see, I see.
No, what's the other issue? Not.
Don't reach that out. How are you today?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.